Hello viewers and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. The time has come. Look at this. Look at all these level 4s. Look at that. We got I think it's time. We got boss sign. It's boss sign. I agree with that. Hold on, I'm going to watch each of them cry out. He's very calm about it. Okay, so plus 2 speed, plus 20% scouting chance, plus 3% crit. Plus 100% food consumed is a real bummer, but scouting chance is super valuable now, and 20% is almost as much as the Ancestors map gave us, before it somehow got horribly lost in an accident that I had no control over. This feels like the way we want to go here. What else is available to us? A thing that does literally nothing almost all of the time. An interesting cauldron for the occultist. So the occultist stun is only available... do I have an occultist that I can... No, of course not. All my high-level occultists died. The occultist stun is only available from the front 2 rows. So in order to use this trinket, you really have to be doing something a little unusual. You don't have access to the heal from the front 2 rows, so your front 2 rows occultist is like vulnerability hex, hands from the abyss, weakening curse, and sacrificial stab, which honestly isn't terrible. He's got a mark that has a pretty high crit chance, which isn't like really a big deal, but a mark that has a pretty high crit chance and minus dodge on it. He's got a pretty reliable stun with minus 50% damage. This is like, you know, the classic, what do you call it? Blackjack Rampart style stun. It does reduce your torch by 5 every time you use it, which means that you're going to go through a lot of extra torches with an occultist like this. And then Sacrificial Stab is just fine. It's like a totally fine attack. 4 to 7 is a little bit low, base damage-wise, but high base crit plus 10% bonus crit on rank 1 of the skill means that you're going to get fairly frequent crits. It's probably perfectly reasonable to run a rank 2 occultist with this thing. It even has plus crit on it. And minus 10% virtue chance is not a real penalty. So, what's the other thing? This totally sweet restraining padlock. Man, maybe we go for this instead. Our abominations need to be better, right? They're not good enough now? Yeah, I thought so too. Hold up. I just realized, didn't check the stagecoach? Okay. None of the classes I was looking for. You know, we gotta find our replacement people. Oh man, this might be it. Okay, let's see what party are we putting together here. You guys get out of here. You're all level ridiculously low. Alright, so I think what we want to do... You know, you really want to bring a plague doctor to the cove. I was thinking for the boss fight, we want Digby and the Vestal together so that we can... have 2 heals, because either one of them could get charmed by the siren, right? And we want we still want to have a heal available. And then we could rock like Dismas and Mertberge, but this leaves us with no blight options really. Enemies that are high prot we're gonna have a hard time with, because dots our only dots are bleeds. So maybe this isn't actually the best crew to attempt a veteran cove mission. Maybe we should take this crew to the Swine King after all. And if we're going to the Swine King, does that make you want to change anything? No, not really. I like this crew. This is strong. A strong crew with access to a couple of decent dots. What do we got? Your skills are upgraded. Your skills are pretty upgraded. You're looking good. Everybody's got reasonable armor and weapons. Yeah. Okay. Digby. Digby's skills are a little bit low. Let's go ahead and bring her up to snuff. There's no reason not to. I don't know that I've ever seen Sniper's Mark miss, but theoretically it can. Let's just remove that possibility. Okay, his skills are upgraded all the way. Hers could use a little bit of love. By the way, Breakthrough has a forward 1 on it now, which is, it's even better. Like, it needed to be even better. Hellions are so great. If it bleeds, lost a little bit of damage on hit, though. It's fine. We'll live. Digby, you're good. Let's go ahead and push your skills all the way up. Okay. I like it. Oh, we also have to trinket up. I unequipped all trinkets. Let's do that again. And then sort by rarity. And so we only have one bracer now because I lost some of them. Embarrassed me. So we're going to go for the classic, El Clasico, here on him. She's going to get some health and this hairpin. Our Vestal. Actually, wait a second. What does this do? -1 speed versus play. Yeah, actually the crystal is better, I think. Actually, let's give Dismas a sun ring instead of and we'll give her this, and then our Vestal just needs gear. Heal skills up by 25% is not bad. Speed and dodge is pretty good. Lots of dodge. What I'd really like is something that raises our scouting chance. I think all I have is this. 10%'s not nothing. But it's not quite what I would like. Fortunately, after this mission, we'll actually have an option in this regard, you know, assuming everything goes well. Yeah, let's give her a feather crystal and yeah. She's on 23% dodge now. And +2 speed is nice. Alright, I do believe that we are ready to go. Hey, look at that, a free bandage. I wonder if there's a hotkey that you can click that just buys the entire stack out. If there isn't, there should be. I'm trying to think of what we're going to be facing here. Let's bring a couple of holy waters. Alright.
My first attempts at summoning were crude, and the results disappointing. I soon found, however, that the type and condition of the host's meat was a critical factor. The best results came from pigs, whose flesh is most like that of man. A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
So, obviously, this is our boss room. We're just going to make a beeline for the boss room. We're going to camp right before the boss room. Get ourselves tricked out. Oh, man. Speaking of getting ourselves tricked out at camp, I forgot to buy camp skills again. Is this a thing you holy water? Or is this one of those things where you holy water it and bad stuff happens and you regret that you did that? Let's find out. You find out. Yep. Yep, okay. See, I remembered. Sort of. I pretty much remembered. Oh, no scout. I'm moving to the middle room rather than the corner room because, first of all, obviously, if we get a scouting event here, it'll give us a lot of options, what kind of stuff we want to deal with on the way to the boss. But secondly, if we get a scout, we'll get a lot more squares uncovered, and I hope, without 100% knowing how the roll works for scouting, I hope that uncovering more squares gives you a better chance of finding a secret room. Because those secret rooms are super cool. I thought about stunning him, but I think I'd rather just put maximum effort into killing him. Did she land the bleed at least? Okay. Good enough. Oh wow, non-lethal. Let's see if we can get him now. Not quite.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Such a terrible assault cannot be left.
Right away it starts. Right away with this. There, 2. 2 is much more reasonable.
Quickly the tide turns.
Does he want to get one more crit in too? No? Okay.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
We can go ahead and lay on a bit of healing, I think. The Hellion will probably be able to finish this. We'll just give her a little assist. I could have had...
As the fiend falls,
I could have had the Arbalest heal.
blossoms.
So... yeah, I will totally use a bandage for 8 damage. That's fine. Alright, scouting event. Yeah. Let's get some intel. Secret room. Oh wow, really good scout. So, I think the best thing to do is going to be going up in this... going this way uses a torch, but only makes me do one more battle. Yeah, actually, if I go up, I have to camp here and then fight again before the boss. Let's go this way. It uses one of my precious, precious shovels. You know how I feel about that. But, I baby the shovels way too much.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Alright. Lead us, Dismas, into battle with the hulking Swine Tor. Alright, we're going to be... the Swine Tor is by far the most dangerous thing in the combat. Although, you know, depending on how you quantify, maybe this guy's the most dangerous because he's going to vomit horrible diseases all over you. Red Plague's a bad one, right? Yeah, minus 5% crit, minus 10% max HP is pretty bad. 1%? Alright. So despite the fact that really the Swine Tor is the most dangerous thing here, we're going to... we're going to kill everything else, because the Swine Tor is going to have a hard time actually killing anybody on his own. That said, we are totally point-blanking him.
Disadvantage. Give them no
Wow.
quarter.
That turn was pretty nice. So they've changed it, so now if it bleeds, actually does less damage than Wicked Hack, in addition to the crit chance difference. But if it bleeds, only needs to tick once to even up the damage, and if it ticks twice, then it's a head-on damage, so... not a very good chance to stun. Yeah, we'll just do damage. I suspect she'll be having to heal for many of the future turns. We'll lay on the mark. So pistol shot does bonus damage against marked targets now. That actually makes it slightly out damage the cut on hit. But the cut, of course, has a 3-point bleed attached. So this pistol shot's only really worthwhile if it crits. And it does have an extra 10% crit chance. Let's go for the more consistent damage. On something with a higher bleed resist, I would have just gone for the pistol. Okay, that's not too bad. Really, this Swine Tour has been remarkably soft. I've seen them do some truly horrifying things.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless
Wow.
inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Oh, I suppose I should have camped first. There's really no reason for me to do it this way, since I know I'm camping. It's just kind of silly, marginally bad play. Alright, let's camp. Let's,
A spark without kindling is a
Man,
goal
do I even
without
need to
hope.
feast? No, I'm just gonna do normal eating. We'll save a little bit more food. Alright, so clean your guns. Let's see here. You don't have restring, that's right. Oh wow. Battle Trance has really gotten buffed. Holy crap. Yeah, that's really good. This will prevent the nighttime ambush, but it will also eat up all the rest of our time. Honestly, it's probably fine. And then we'll have a surprise buff for a little while. Yeah. That was not a very exciting camp. But big buffs for the boss fight. I don't know if we can surprise the Swine King. Indeed. I've always thought that.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright. I am going to go for the one point-blank shot. Even though our Hellion really wants to be in front. And then we'll maneuver around and we'll hit that secret door afterward. Alright, good luck, us. 198. Bit of Squeal, that's a new one. Okay, so he's got a stun now. And then, of course, that. A Houndmaster is nice to have here. His stun resist is pretty high, so we're not going to bother. Yeah, let's just mash him one. So, plus 10% accuracy. Plus 10% accuracy. Our hit chance is high. Alright, how bad is this? 17? 17 is a real value, for sure. Alright, we're gonna get more than enough play out of the extra damage just from the Arbalist. The question is, do I want... Can I stun you? I can kind of stun you. Question is, do I want to damage him, or do I want to start healing her already? Let's go for damage. We can always get a crit, you know? Alright, Dismas. You got 30 dodge. I believe in you, man. It's not really a lot of strategy to talk about here. Let's talk about for a moment the fact that this, I think, is the big Viscera. That's pretty gross. Ow. That really did quite a lot of damage. Alright, we're going to be healing Dismas in a moment here. And fish for the big crits. No such luck there. Bito Squeal. Good resist. Yeah, I think Dismas may need a patch up. He does not have as much health as some of you guys. Alright, she is the perfect target for that, since she can just judgment. Or apparently she can't even be hit. She's too slippery. So yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of tactics in the Swine King fight. You kind of just bash him. Just hit him with all of your attacks until he dies. No crits. It seems like you maybe want to attack Wilbur, and now that he has a stun, it feels even more that way, but I really, really can't recommend doing that. He will flip out and... Not he. Wilbur will just die, but the Swine King will flip out and totally kill your party. Alright, there we go. That's one big crit. See if we can get another, maybe finish this off. Nope. Just, you know, a good reliable 20-something damage every turn, no matter what. Oh, I thought it would trigger the bleed before he had the chance to do that. Well, his actual turn's going to come up now.
Nothing is even more horrible than death. Liquefaction cannot come soon enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he was able to act instead of just bleeding to death. That seems a little not very good. Why are we also stunned by this thing? Go away! Go away, you're very annoying. Alright, thank you. So, a Haze Chalice. Pretty decent. Really don't want to have this on a Vestal that has the stun skill, obviously. Which does limit its usefulness somewhat. How do we want to approach this? I could go this. This is a battle, and this is a battle. And as much as it may seem cowardly, I kind of want to just like wrap around here. Curio's in no combat, right? Like, why fight if we don't have to fight? Our party's in really good shape, and I think it behooves us to stay that way if we can. But, of course, to get treasure, because I love treasure. And I'm very happy about a secret room when I have this key and everything. Oh yeah, the other reason not to fight is that I probably... Oh, I hope she doesn't do that in the secret room. Can we make her wait outside? Alright, so we picked up a couple of curios. Hope no combat spawns in this hallway. Grand. And then once we've hit the secret room, depending on how stuffed our inventory is, we'll decide if we want to go on any further, fight any other fights, or maybe just clear out these halls. Yes, I hear you, Noises. You're very scary. The odds that we are going to need this bandage are basically 0.
The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
Alright, let's see. Oh my! That's 7,500 gold. Well, that key was worthwhile. So let's throw out this and this. I guess I should have tossed out the medicinal herbs. That is crazy. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Alright, how the hell do we get let's head into the hallway. Oh, we can even walk forward to get back to where we're going instead of having to back up. That's just lovely. It's lovely is what it is. I have to say, oh, let's not just walk right into the trap, huh? I have to say, the early game economy struggle got really a lot easier with the addition of the secret rooms. Alright, scouting, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Beautiful. We'll get this curio and this curio and then call it, probably. Oh, I throw out my bandages. Even so. You know, go for it. There's really no reason for us to torch up. Game's trying to be sneaky and spawn traps in our path. Make sure you're watching your map when you walk through hallways you've already been in. Do not get surprised by a trap the way you've seen me do so many times. Oh good, it's a torch sconce. It's a torch sconce. You've seen so many of them before. Like, so many. Are you kidding me? So if we do this fight, that gets us the treasure in this room, and this curio, and that curio, and that curio. I think it's probably worth doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to torch all the way up, and then we're going to discard our torches.
The path is clear. We require only the strength.
Does anybody else have like a really good... Yeah, you're pretty good at traps. Dismas is at 0 stress already, so I thought it would be best to have somebody who had a little bit of stress. Let's change this. Yes, I know, I'm trying to get you to move. Okay, another swine tour. This is not my favorite thing to see when I walk into a room. That feels okay, though. Alright, we'll do this to get the Hellion in front. Oh, that's a shame. Alright, well then we'll mark this guy. Actually, what's his stun resist? Oh, he did resist. 95 to... Yeah, I mean, it was more than 50%. Ouch. No crits, though. That's nice. She does get to go first, because she's horrible. 8's not even that much speed. Alright, let's bring her down real fast. Really? How incredibly annoying. And of course we want the Arbalest's attack to go to the Swine Tor, since she's got the mark on him. Alright, this may stun her. It did not. But we might actually be able to kill it before it attacks again. In fact, there's a pretty good chance. Let's get the bleed on him. Since he has 40% prot, seems prudent. Oh, never mind. Never mind, Digby's just gonna crit him non-stop until he dies. Okay, well. This goes, obviously. So the only thing left that's not useful is my food. But I was planning to cover quite a bit of ground. Well, yeah, I was planning to cover quite a bit of ground, and I don't want to get caught without food on a hunger event. So I guess the question is... No, it's not a question. Let's do that. You, see if... No, wait. You, see if this is trapped. I can't pick up either of those things. What's less valuable than 3 deeds? And, you know, room for another stack of deeds on top of it. Probably 500 gold worth of gems, because we've talked about the economics of dropping a stack of gold for something else. Making room for stacks of things in your inventory is really important. Let's drop the jade. We'll leave the portraits. When we're getting close to being done with the... You can get diseases from interacting with these, and I don't think that you're going to get much in the way of treasure if you don't have medicinal herbs, so we'll skip that. I'd be comfortable dropping food at this point. Well, okay, go ahead and check. I guess you can be the one. Yeah, that's pretty valuable. I'm just trying to avoid having to pay de-stress costs. You know how it is. Okay, well, screw that. And it spawned a battle in that space. Alright, Alright, well, since we ended up having so much food left over, I think we're gonna, do I want to push into the dark, or do I want to just call it now? My inventory is kind of heaping with treasure already. Yeah, let's just call it. This is the opposite of the thing I did with the Shambler. We're gonna be, like, cautious. Okay. We got a pretty great trinket. I'm actually really happy about, like, it has scouting chance and then other positive stuff on it. I'm very happy about that. Portraits, deeds, you know, this stuff is still important. A lot of gold. Almost 2,000 gold. Actually over, or 2,000, 20,000. Actually over 20,000 gold if you consider the value of the trinkets we picked up. Yeah. Overall, just hugely successful. Unfortunately, it did push 2 of our people out of boss fighting range. You get a lot of XP for fighting these higher bosses. That's annoying. I don't like that. That's pretty irrelevant, probably, considering we're only going to be upgrading her weapon once. Or twice. Tetanus, unacceptable. Black Plague, pretty bad. Pretty bad. Alright, so we have to put a bunch of people into the medical ward.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
Dude talks a lot of trash about rats. I'm just saying, I think rats are pretty great.
Experimental techniques and tonics can overcome things a sharpened sword cannot.
Okay, we're going to start with the Red Plague and tetanus. Especially since Poile may be needed for the next thing. I'm so disappointed that I lost Reynold. Dismas lives on, though. Dismas will carry on the legend. I would like a second grave robber, actually.
With a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
So yeah, that really couldn't have gone better. It doesn't hurt that I think our last slot's going to be for either a Crusader or a Leper, whoever shows up first. Actually, I'd rather have a Crusader. Never mind. Lepers have very limited targeting, and while Crusaders also have limited targeting, they also have access to skills like Battle Heal and Stress Heal that you can use during those awkward times when they don't have great targeting options. Whereas a Leper's I don't have great targeting options are basically down to Purge and Solemnity. And Purge is a good... Well, I guess they give you an opportunity to activate Revenge, but buffing skills aren't that great when the battle's already over. The problem with Purge in a situation like that, even though it resolves the issue right away almost all the time, because sometimes it's not corpses that are your problem, right? Sometimes it's that enemies are annoying. The annoying enemies are not available to you, and tough enemies are the ones that are available to you. The problem with Purge is that it resolves the problem, but usually the problem doesn't last long enough for you to get another turn after Purge. Usually the oops, my targeting is screwy problem is something you resolve pretty quickly by just murder. So yeah, another Crusader. That's who we'll pull in next. But we didn't end up having to... Calm. Yeah, that's what she is. Doesn't she look calm to you? We did not end up having to de-stress anybody after that boss. We came back with about 20,000 gold. Actually, slightly more after the value of the trinkets. Yeah, total success. Unmitigated success. Good for us. We needed a win. So come back next time when we probably do a slightly easier mission for the purpose of leveling people up and letting her recover from her horrible brush with tetanus. You know, that cleaver, you could see all the rust on it. That's just gross. It's a gross thing to hit people with.